Hey, I'd rather not speak to you, to be fair.
Oh, I thought that's why the lady came and got me because
No, I need higher up than you.
There's not a higher up officer. There's only you won't get higher
No
than
one
inspector.
No.
No.
All right. Okay. I don't think there's any point talking to you, really.
Okay.
Judging by yesterday, you basically tried to violate my rights. It's blatantly on camera. Well, actually, can you take a complaint about the little minion? I think this is her number, 79103, female officer that was there.
79103.
Evans,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you want to come in and talk
Yep.
about that? Okay.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Just so we can capture and make sure that we are both happy with what's been spoken about. Okay. I'm just gonna body warn.
Oh yeah, I'll
Okay?
request that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
fine. I like a different perspective of things.
That's good. So, get one to work. Seems to be, I don't know why it's not coming on. Bear with me 1 second, apologies for this. Right, do you mind bearing with me just 2 seconds? I'm just going to literally just pop out and I'll be literally 2 minutes, okay?
Right. Getting a new camera.
Sorry?
Getting a new camera.
Technology, you love it.
Oh, I do. It's brilliant.
Apologies.
It's all right.
Right. Okay. Right, just to introduce myself again, I know we met last night,
Yeah.
but I'm Inspector Ian Hughes from Southend Police Station,
Yeah.
okay, and I'm in charge of the community policing team.
Mm-hmm.
Just to cover what, I know you're not here to talk necessarily about last night, but
I'm going to stick with that basically,
okay.
because the other things that I wanted to ask they weren't personal stuff. I wasn't going to blab out personal stuff like all the other idiots were doing. But I think that needs to go further up than you, to be fair.
And that is in completely your right.
Yeah. But I'm just want to talk about tomorrow, and you're basically how you were threatening me with violence.
Who I was?
You know, an arrest is classed as violent.
No.
Yes, it is.
No,
especially when I've not broken the law.
Okay. What I'm going to say is, okay. First of all, I just need to let you know that I'm on call, so I've got my phone here, and it might ring.
This ain't going to take long.
Okay, no, that's fine. But what I'll say is, if you're making a complaint about me personally, I can't.
Oh no, I've already just told you that. I'll do that separately. I'll go above your head for that. Okay. What I want to talk about is.
Sorry, it's only because you started your introductions with saying
try
about
and
me,
educate you a little bit. Like,
okay.
You're threatening me with arresting me for harassment, public order offence. You need to read that, because that was unfounded, what you were saying. Completely out.
We can agree to disagree, that's not.
No, have you read any of the law?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Well, you can't say that as agree to disagree then, can you?
Well, no. I can, because it's your interpretation and my interpretation, which is different, which is fine. But
no, because, I mean, public order offence, for a start, is basically that I said words intended to basically make someone feel uncomfortable. I wasn't doing that.
No, if you remember rightly, I was talking about harassment. Which is another step further. And
have you read into the harassment?
Yeah, if we can have a conversation. So obviously I've listened to what you've said. If you remember rightly, and I'm sure which was captured last night, a member of the public came up to you and said, "Can you stop filming, please? Because they don't like it," and you made them film. And if you remember rightly,
yes,
I pointed out to you that because you've now been told that your manner was causing someone harassment, alarm, and distress, you then ought to know, which is part of section. No. Yes, it is. It's part of the section for harassment. Is that the person ought to have known that their conduct would constitute harassment, alarm, distress.
No,
that is
you need to read the law, mate. And do you know what? I can't believe you're an inspector.
Okay.
It's quite scary that people like you are enforcing laws and you don't know anything about law. I'm not going to go into that. What I do want to do is make a complaint about your minion, 79103.
So
Evans.
PC
79103. I think it's her.
Okay.
Evans. She and you but there's no point complaining about you
What
because
else-
you. I
what
mean,
else
the
is,
police
if you can
investigate
incorporate-
themselves
if you-
anyway.
if you- well,
But
we
she
do.
she looked like maybe a new star, maybe.
Right, okay.
Like you know. But I went straight up to her after the man basically threatened to ram my phone down my throat with swear words. And she did nothing. She said to me, "Ring 101." When there's a room full of police, and he just walked out the door. So that's what's that? Dereliction of duty.
Okay, well, like you say, if you're involving me in this complaint, I'm not going to talk
Well, I'm
to you about this
involving
complaint.
her in
So,
this complaint.
yeah, but you said that was
Well, no,
involving
no.
me as well.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll talk to them
Okay,
about
but
that.
we're not going to separate these matters. So if you're going to combine them, if it's a situation that
No,
involves me as
let's
well,
stick to that.
it's not appropriate for
All
me
I
to
said
then
was, as I
record
was
this and
saying
tweet
it, that you're exactly the same. But that Evans one, she needs sacking straight away.
Okay, so you're saying that you reported an offence?
I reported a crime to her. The person that did the crime walked out and she said, "Ring 101," right in front of me. Like when there was the other two. He heard it as well. What's his name? 79169 PC Cross. I didn't get the other bloke. And none of them, they just basically ignored basically threats of violence towards me.
Okay, can I just take your personal details in? 'Cause that's
No, I
pretty
don't give those.
Okay, well, it's going to make it really hard for us to be able to record this
You already
complaint.
know them. You already know them.
Okay, I don't know them, that's why I'm asking you. You might have moved address, you might have a different phone number.
I'm not giving my address out or anything like that to strangers. And this is what I mean. It's like, this is what they should not be doing over there.
Okay.
In front of loads of people.
No.
And do you know what? Yesterday, and just keep that, because all I'm doing is...
Can I just separate this into... If we can talk about this first of all...
I'll tell you what.
Then we
The way it's going is... I'm just doing this because it's documented yet again. It's documented yesterday. This is... I know that complaint will not going anywhere, even if I give them my details, which you know already. But this is just to show that when I go to higher up, that I did try.
This will be recorded as an official complaint. Okay.
Yeah.
Part of that complaint's procedure is that I'm required to ask for your details so that it can be recorded appropriately, which then allows the investigating officer to be able to maintain contact with you and give you updates as and when they see fit.
I'll give an email address.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. What's
Yep,
that,
it's
please?
Public Joe.
Public. I'm just going to convert. Is that JOE?
Yep. 67 after that.
67.
Yeah.
Yep.
At gmail.com.
At Gmail.
Yeah. I mean, I do
Dot
freedom of information and subject access requests all through that, and never had a
that's
problem.
fine. As long as
Yep.
we can get hold of it. So,
Yeah, that's
can you
fine.
just double check to make sure that's right? So it's public, as in the usual spelling of public.
Yep.
Joe with an E,
67. Yep.
67 at gmail.com. Okay, I'm going to ask you the questions because I know the forms pretty well, so I know what the bits and pieces that need to fill out. So can I take your date of birth?
No.
Okay. Phone number?
No. You can get all this anyway.
Okay, but as you can say, I'm just trying to afford you the same opportunity that anybody else does because I do not want you to
Well,
feel...
what about if you afforded people to use their rights, which you didn't yesterday, which is record. Do you know what? Actually, I rang the
So can we just box this off?
I'd rather sort of say this really.
Okay.
I rang a call handler, a police worker, not actual a police officer, and I will actually say I've spoke to her quite a few times.
Yep.
And she is absolutely brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you had good service.
Yeah. Do you know what she said? After I told her about what you did, what everyone else did, she basically did a quick Google search and she said, "Oh my God, I can't believe I actually did that." Because I've just done a quick Google search and I found that what you were doing was not against the law, as we know, but you tried to force a law that wasn't thingy.
Okay. What I'm saying to you was your actions were having an impact on other people. Okay. And you were right. And as I said to you throughout the whole time, is you're in a public place. So you're entitled to film.
No, you actually you said it wasn't public straight away.
Okay. All right. What I'm saying to you, it was the civic centre isn't open to the public at that time. It closes. Okay. However, it was open for this public meeting. So,
So it's
technically
public.
speaking,
Yes.
yes, okay.
Stop.
But
What you're doing right now is copsplaining. That's
No,
a
it's
term
not.
we all
Okay.
use
What I'm
because
trying to say
you're just
is that I was trying to
going
have a
around in
discussion
circles,
with
mate.
you.
Really.
No, if you let me finish rather than interrupting me, you might be able to get the full.
Why don't you just
account.
admit that you were doing completely wrong and you're violating my rights?
No, because what I did, I invited you to stay. Okay.
If I turn my camera off.
I asked you, would you turn your camera off? Okay. You're more than welcome to stay and contribute to that public meeting. What I said to you was, your activity and your filming was causing other people distress.
Did you look at the video?
Which,
Have you looked at the video? I'll send you a link if you've got an email.
Yeah, I can give you my email. It's not a problem at all. Can I just finish what I say?
While you were talking, chatter, there was a girl rolling around on the floor. I think there were some counsellors who were all laughing and joking. No one ran out the room. There was a bloke looking quite bemused. No one looked scared for their life or anything like that. So what you're talking,
be scared for your life.
No,
it's
but
harassment, alarm, distress. It's not that kind of level.
copsplaining.
No, it's not that level. That's not copsplaining.
But
what
you should have done is you should have educated the idiots there that don't know law, which is everyone in that room apart from me. That you should have said to them, look, he's allowed to do what he's doing. If you don't like it, then leave. That is all it amounts to. I was allowed to do what I'm doing. It doesn't cause harassment, alarm, distress when I'm doing a legal activity. If I went in there,
I disagree.
I
disagree with that because you could be doing various activities. It's the the impact you're going to have on somebody else, and that gentleman that came up and said the impact you're having on him.
Which one? The old one that said that he wanted to basically grass on someone, and he didn't want the criminals to get him on camera and all that.
Yeah.
Well, he shouldn't be doing it there. He should have gone here, like exactly here, right now, and spoke to you and said, "Look."
But your concept is that he's entitled to freedom of speech the same as you are. So
Yeah,
he shouldn't have to worry,
oh my
should he?
God.
So you're trying to control how he's communicating.
No,
you are.
because
you're suggesting that
you've got no right to privacy in public. It's like I said, I'm not going to run down the road going, this is where I live, blah, blah, blah. And bank details, here you go. I'm not going to do it, am I? No. Which is what he was basically doing. If he wants to report a crime, then he should go here and speak to a sergeant or a PC and then maybe you. Not in public, because you don't know. I was made out to be the criminal there when out of all of us, I was not breaking any law. You did. The police officer did. And then the bloke that threatened to acts of violence against me broke the law. Not out of all of that, I was the only one that was basically did not break a law. So I don't get where you're coming from. Like you're just basically twisting the law to suit you. Which, if you read it, if you actually read law,
you're entitled to your opinion, Mr. Harrison. I'm not gonna sit here and obviously it's going to be to and fro. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. If you do choose to make a complaint about me,
I will be. Yes, of course I will.
And obviously,
because I don't think you should be a police officer either. Okay. Seriously not. Because the way you were talking yesterday, honestly, I've watched that video over and over again. Absolutely disgusting behaviour by you, your other officers, gang members. I'm going to call them, because that's what you are.
Okay, like I say, I'm not going to comment on that because
you should have been protecting my rights yesterday and educated the other people instead of letting someone threaten me with violence, and you yourself did, but you just didn't.
Okay. Well, I'll give when I'm.
And where did you all go after that? Did you go and do? You excluded me from a meeting when it's my community meeting as well. You went somewhere else, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah. Right. Thanks for saying that on camera as well.
Okay. Well,
seriously, these videos they're being emailed to way higher up than you.
Okay.
Because this is disgusting behaviour by the police. To be fair, I think we're done now. I was hoping to see someone higher up than you, but I mean, Jesus, who did you pay to pass your test? To get an inspector? Wow.
Okay, Mr. Jones, just to give you an update then, if I can do before you go, just in relation to this matter, okay, I shall record this officially. It will go through to our professional standards department, where we'll get severity assessed, okay, and then from there it will be allocated to an investigating officer who will make contact.
Who investigate themselves, and then it will come back. So basically, I mean, I'm doing this as a formality. So it's on record that I've done it. I know it'll come back that no one did anything wrong when blatantly that female officer didn't do her job. So she should be, if she's a new starter, she should be sacked straight away for doing that.
I can't
Right.
comment on what
So
the investigation is going to.
what I usually do now, because I know it's all like BS, I'll just go to solicitors because I've got all the evidence I need. But I was hoping not to talk to you today, but higher up. But Jesus,
Okay, well, I gave
you,
you
to be
5
fair,
minutes
mate, I'm
each,
gonna say this: you're a joke. You are a fucking joke.